Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick little Geekbench test here between the Xiaomi Mi Max and the Xiaomi Redmi 4 Prime. So a lot of people pointed out that this is not the Redmi 4, it's Redmi 4 Prime, and it might actually be. So I want to do a quick benchmark test just because these phones kind of cost around the same price now. It looks like the Mi Max has been gone down in price a lot, so you can almost get it for exactly the same price as the Redmi 4 Prime. So I will leave a link in description to that if you want to check it out. But in this video I want to see which one gets the highest score in a benchmark test. So I'm gonna fire it up because I really have no idea which one is gonna get the best score. So when I load them up here, you can see the exact variant that it is here. This one has CPU speed of 1.4 GHz, this one 2 GHz, this one has memory of 1.8 GB, this one 2.78. So let's run this little test here. Both are also running on Android 6.0.1. I'm just gonna run this test here to see which one is going that is going to get the best and highest score. So it's going to run a bunch of different tests in here to test the phone, JPEG, test Canny. I have no idea what that is, but it is something, you know. So what can I say about these two phones? Well, of course, obviously the biggest difference between them is that the Mi Max is pretty huge in the hand. I mean, 6.4-inch display. We do have some other phones. I think the Sony Xperia XZ Ultra also was 6.4-inch. I also think Samsung has made some 6.4-inch devices, so it's usually the highest size that phone manufacturer usually do. They do feel a bit different in the hand though. This one is, is a little slimmer. This one is a little bit higher, feels a little bit more like an iPhone kind of phone with extremely nice quality feel with this like heavy weight to it. This one is a little bit lighter, but then again, just because it is bigger, that basically means, they kind of feel similar there. But both, the interesting with Xiaomi is they kind of like the quality feel that their devices have. Let's see. So it does look like this test is running faster on the Mi Max. But then again, there's different variants of the Mi Max and also on the Redmi 4 Prime. I think so, yes. Let's see. Something I would definitely enjoy with the Mi Max would be if they did have some kind of pen feature. Like the Samsung's Note series. I mean, that is something that really makes big phones stand out, that they have some unique feature. When they don't have a pen experience, it kind of feels like it's a little bit hard to sell you on like why you would want to buy a massive phone. Of course, the obvious reasons when it's nicer to have a larger phone is when you play games or when you browse the internet, then it's very, very nice to have that large display. But if you just like talk with friends and send a lot of text messages and stuff like that, then it might actually be more nicer with a smaller phone like the Redmi 4 Prime. Because is typing with your hands, it's just going to be way easier. But just as with the S6 Edge, this Redmi 4 Prime here is a phone that kind of feels like the S6 Edge in that you really love to pick it up and just hold it in your hand. And let's see, does this one have a fingerprint? Yes, it also has a fingerprint sensor there on the back at a very, very nice place, but it's a little bit easier to get access to it on this one. It's a very nice place there that they have it. Huawei Mate 9 Pro, that is a phone that is costing a lot of money and it has a fingerprint sensor on the front. I really don't like that. On my Mate 9, which is my main phone right now, it has the fingerprint also on the back, so it's very, very easy to reach it. And I really do believe that that is like the best location for a fingerprint sensor. Running some HTML5 test, SQLite. Let me know if you want to see any comparison with the Mi Max with any other phone. I've been thinking about maybe doing it with the Nexus 6P or something. But I really hope Samsung this year comes out with some nice devices. I really do. Some big phones with a pen. Note 5 was kind of like a fiasco because it wasn't that durable. You couldn't take out the battery, so that was a failure. And what else? Note 6 never came. Note 7 kind of exploded and stuff like that. So, and also the Note 5 wasn't even released in Europe, so like people kind of imported it, and it made it priced absurd. So that was really boring. Let's see. This test takes some serious time to run here. I actually think it would go a little bit faster, but it is around 18 megabyte download in the Play Store. So it's definitely doing some heavy testing here. Histogram PDF reading and body physics. But 80% on the Mi Max. That's interesting. That is interesting. Of course, in terms of a cool device that people are going to be impressed by, it's obviously going to be the Mi Max. I remember when I bought the original Note 2011, late 2011, it was 5.3 inch in size. It was very rare, and people really, you did stand out when you had that device. Obviously, the Mi Max is also going to be one of those phones that stands out extremely because most people don't have that large phone. Many people are going to look at you and be like, what is this? And it's also pretty fun, actually, if you want to stand out. If you don't want to stand out, Redmi 4 Prime, way better. But the Redmi 4 Prime is really struggling here. I did actually think it would perform better. Face detection, memory copy. What is LLVM? Now it's doing some camera testing. I might also do a separate video on the camera if you're interested in that. There we go, 98%, 100% on the Mi Max. We should be getting the score now. Okay, so single core score 1423, multi-core score almost 3000. Let's see how many cores. This, I think it's 6 cores, so I think it's called the deca-core. I think octa-core, I think that is when it's 8 cores, and I think deca-core is when it's 6 cores. So it's one processor with 6 cores in this specific model. 1.4 gigahertz clock, and also almost 2 gigabytes of memory. And then, of course, extremely detailed stuff on the different tests. PDF reading, HTML, which is the web browser. Should have some camera to HDR testing, 6.71 megapixel per second. Memory copying, 3.93 gigabyte per second. It's doing some really good internal stuff in here. Also, more cores usually doesn't mean that it is better. I mean, just look at Apple, has a few cores. I still think they're running on dual core, but they're still like extremely optimized. So more cores doesn't have to mean it's better. Depends on what you do with the device, of course. Now she's running some speech recognition tests here on the Redmi 4 Prime. Should be finishing up very, very soon. And I'm very, very curious if it's going to get a similar result or if it's going to be way behind. This also is the latest version of Geekbench 4.0.4 over here. I also run on a Galaxy S8 theme launcher on the Mi Max. So it has a little bit of that Galaxy S feel. It's of course going to be extremely nice to check out the Galaxy S8. Okay, let's see, 100%. Oh wow, that is very, very interesting. So on the single core score it gets way lower, but I think this has 8 cores. Yes, this one has 8 cores, so basically that means it can win on the multi-core score. But very interesting, so both are very, very similar in performance. That's really, really good to know because both costs are around the same, but they do have a little bit of a different sort of setup here. MSM 8952 motherboard here, and here's MSM 8953, so I think it's a little bit newer over here, but overall both have extremely nice performance. So yeah, just a quick little video checking that out. Hopefully enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see something else, and have a great day.